Switching gears now, the family of a 78-year-old man who became the victim of a traffic fatality earlier this week is reflecting on his life. His wife, children and grandchildren telling our Simone Davis today that this incident has left them in shock. Here's that story.
I miss him. And I telling you, I don't know sometimes. I don't know how I feel. I just don't know what I feel. I feel like I don't lost because I'm not lonely. I have Jesus. But I miss him. He's my friend. He's my best friend.
73-year-old Helen Francis married her best friend, 78-year-old Daniel Francis, 55 years ago. And on Wednesday night, she lost her life partner to a horrific traffic accident where he was struck and killed by a car while walking in the Holmes Rock area.
We've been to prayer meeting. And when he been to the prayer meeting, and we come in 8 o'clock, and he was worship God and lift up his hand and give God glory.
The grieving widow says as they returned home from church, she spent a few minutes talking to their pastor in the driveway after her husband had already headed to the house. But by the time she got inside, he was nowhere to be found.
So when I open the door, I don't see him. And I go open the back door and I say, Daniel, come the door open. And he don't answer and I don't see him.
It was then that she and her daughter, along with neighbors, started to frantically search his common hangout spots. And they walked as far as Fish Fry, but got discouraged and turned around. And it was then that she started hearing the sirens.
The ambulance was passing. It was making whoa, 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 whoa. And I to the lady, I say, you know what, now is accident. Wait there.
Francis is a father of 7 with 14 grandchildren and 14 great-grandchildren. His family describing him as a family man and the provider for the entire family. They revealed that the only health condition they were aware of was that he suffered from a bad leg and showed signs of Alzheimer's, though he was never officially diagnosed. His granddaughter, Kanisha McIntosh, was on the scene the night of the accident.
On my way back to my car, I saw his foot that didn't have the shoe on it. It was uncovered and it was moving. So I breathed a little bit and I was like, okay, maybe he's hurt really bad, but he's alive. And then I saw the ambulance leave. And from there, it was just like, don't tell me my granddaddy gone.
She says her greatest regret was not being able to help him.
So even if I wanted to save him, I couldn't do it.
One of the couple's daughters reflecting on her beloved father.
To me, he was the best father in the world. I always used to tell my mother, I pray God one day that I find a man like my daddy, because my daddy was a man.
It's not why. I would never question God as to why. It just hurt me for the way that it happened.
The family says although they are hurting, they are grateful that the driver did not flee the scene and call the ambulance for help. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
We certainly send our condolences to that family.